Hey everyone, and welcome to RUBIN'S Mind Lab, where we break down the latest research into what it really means. Ever wonder if computers can really understand how we feel just by looking at our faces? Well, that is exactly what a cool new study set out to explore. They looked at how good both humans and artificial intelligence, or AI, are at figuring out emotions from faces, especially from people who might not often show up in research. Think about it. We see AI everywhere now, from our phones to our cars. But can it truly understand everyone, no matter their race or age? This study teamed up with a new image collection called Faces Expanded, which is packed with faces of different races and ages, and a handy AI tool called PieFeet. They wanted to see how well humans and AI matched up when looking at these diverse faces. For a long time, research on facial expressions has mostly used pictures of young white adults. This is a problem because faces are how we share our feelings. And if we only look at one type of face, we might not understand emotions from everyone. It's the same story with AI. The data used to teach these AIs often doesn't have enough variety. This means AI might not be as good at understanding people from underrepresented groups. For example, studies have shown AI can be better at recognizing emotions in young adults than older adults, and biased training data can lead to biased AI. This is where our study comes in. They wanted to see if AI could accurately read emotions from faces of Black and Hispanic individuals, and people of different ages, and how that compared to what humans would say. So how did they do it? They took a bunch of photos from the Faces Expanded dataset. These photos had Black and Hispanic models of different ages, showing 6 basic emotions: anger, disgust, fear, happiness, neutral, and sadness. First, they got people, a good number of them, to look at each picture and say what emotion they thought was being shown. These human raters were also diverse in terms of race and age. Then, they fed those same pictures into the AI tool, PieFeet. This AI looked at each face and gave a score, like a percentage, for how likely it thought each emotion was present. They compared the human ratings to the AI's scores. They wanted to see if there was a connection between how humans saw the emotion and how the AI saw it. They looked at this connection overall and also for specific emotions like happiness and fear. Now, for the exciting part, what did they find? Well, there was a link between what humans and AI picked up on. When the AI was more sure about an emotion, humans tended to agree. But here is the key finding: humans were actually better at classifying emotions than the AI. On average, humans got it right about 70% of the time, while the AI was around 60%. So, even though AI is getting smarter, humans still have the edge when it comes to understanding feelings from faces. They also found that the agreement between humans and AI was strongest for happiness. This makes sense, as happiness is often a pretty clear expression. On the flip side, their performance was least aligned for fear. This could be because fear can be expressed in more subtle or varied ways, making it harder for both humans and AI. So, what does this all mean? It tells us that while AI is improving, it is not perfect, especially when it comes to diverse groups. The study highlights that AI systems trained on non-diverse data can struggle. They saw that humans did better than AI across both Black and Hispanic models. The AI's performance was pretty similar for both groups, which is interesting because it suggests the AI wasn't necessarily drastically worse for one group over the other in this specific test, but humans were still clearly ahead. And when it came to age, the gap between human and AI performance was even bigger for older adults. This matches other research that shows AI can have a harder time understanding emotions in older faces. Now, like any study, this one has its limitations. For example, humans picked just one main emotion, while the AI gave scores for several. So, a low score from the AI might mean it recognized a mix of emotions, not necessarily that it was bad at its job. Also, the AI had a surprise emotion option that humans didn't, which might have thrown off the results for emotions like fear. And of course, they use still pictures, not videos, and in real life, emotions unfold over time. What's next? Well, the researchers suggest we should test AI on datasets with white faces too, to see if it performs better on faces that are more similar to what it was likely trained on. They also want to include more diverse groups like Asian populations in future studies. And it would be really cool to see how humans and AI do with videos of people showing emotions naturally. This research is super important because AI is becoming a bigger part of our lives, from healthcare to customer service. We need to make sure these tools are fair and accurate for everyone. If AI can't understand how different people express themselves, it could lead to unfair outcomes. So, in a nutshell, this study shows that while AI is getting better at reading faces, humans are still the champions, especially when it comes to understanding emotions from diverse groups. It's a big reminder that as we build more AI, we need to make sure it is built with everyone in mind. What do you think about this research? Are you surprised humans are still better than AI at reading faces? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this breakdown helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to RUBIN'S Mind Lab for more dives into fascinating psychology research. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.